U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders is in Maine tonight. He's campaigning alongside Democratic U.S. Senate candidate Graham Plattner and gubernatorial candidate Troy Jackson.
Plattner and Troy Jackson. We need Graham and Troy to win because we need public officials that actually represent the needs of the working people, not the rich. For nurses, our Maine.
Tonight's event is in Orono at the University of Maine's Collins Center for the Arts. As you can see, the event was just getting underway. Our Ryan Bell was behind the camera there tonight, and he will bring us the latest at 11. Meanwhile, Sanders, Plattner, and Jackson will also have a rally tomorrow in Portland. It starts at 7 o'clock at Thompson's Point. Our Political Brew host, Phil Hirschkorn, will have a closer look at that event for you tomorrow. And as we get closer to the June 9th primaries, many candidates are out in full force campaigning.
Republican gubernatorial candidate Jonathan Bush held a town hall at Portland's VFW earlier today. That's what Sam was alluding to a little bit earlier, just a little bit ago. I was able to actually attend that event, and Bush kind of highlighted his goals to shrink what he calls a bloated Augusta, as well as listen to the issues veterans and other community members are hoping to get addressed by Maine's next governor.
It's got to be someone who's an outsider who doesn't need the insiders ever.
Republican gubernatorial candidate, CEO, and veteran Jonathan Bush inviting fellow vets and members of the public into the Portland VFW for a town hall meeting.
The fact that anyone, no matter who they are or where they've been, is just as likely to be a contributor is something that I first got out of the Army.
Highlighting his criticisms.
You can't be the number 3 highest tax load state in the country and be the 5th poorest state in the country.
And solutions to what he sees as a bloated state budget deterring industry growth.
You cut your taxes, you shrink your bureaucracy, make it an easier place to do business, and then you recruit some businesses. Now the revenues go back up, you can shrink your taxes again.
Laying out policy plans and taking questions.
Where specifically do you feel there's waste and abuse in the particular programs?
Yeah. So we've now got $40 million worth of suspect, looks a lot like total fraud in our MaineCare system. So the biggest program that needs a shakedown is MaineCare.
The topics surrounding alleged fraud and the transgender sports ballot initiative that could be ruled invalid by the Secretary of State.
Mainers want this. It should be on the ballot and it should be voted on. And if they don't want it, they'll vote against it.
Veterans.
So property tax relief for military veterans.
Also asking questions and sharing what struggles they're facing with receiving benefits.
The mass majority of veterans aren't getting those kind of services, and there's really a cliff that falls off from being 100% disabled and having a full retirement from the military.
And while the VFW doesn't endorse a specific candidate, they say it's important to give vets and community members a chance to meet them face to face.
People talking to people versus just reading something on the internet and the outrage machine that's the internet. So.
The Portland VFW says it also recently hosted Democratic U.S. Senate candidate Graham Plattner, and they invite any other political candidates to use the space for town halls. Back to you, Sam.